everybody, it's Nancy from Run a Girl Designs. Hope you're having a really good day. If it says was live above my head, that means you're catching the replay. Type hashtag replay in the comments below and that way I can welcome you. Sorry guys, let me get my camera sorted out here. Hope everybody's having a good Memorial Day. Spending time with family, barbecuing, whatever you're doing, let me know. So I have a Dollar Tree sign. I haven't done something like this in a long time. This is obviously from like Christmas time. We are going to change this up. So when you pop on, the keyword today is perks. That will get you information about enrolling in my perks program so you can save 30% on all of my chalk products all the time. We have a big sale going on right now through the weekend. Christmas time. I just pulled myself up. I was watching a movie on my thing here earlier. Tammy, welcome. Hope you're doing good. Hey, Lena, how's it going? Let's get this disassembled. So I'm going to heat this up and get that glue going so I can pull that up. Hopefully it'll pull right up. Yes, we're going to get this ribbon off and do some deconstructing. Hi, Janet. How are you? I'm having a decent day. Thanks for asking. Let's flip this around here. A little hot glue on this side, and we're just going to get all that off. We're actually going to use this side, this paper side, as a guide. So let me just get this glue off of here. Hi, Susan. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Charlene. Have you guys had a good Memorial Day? Did anybody go to any parades or anything like that? In Dallas, we were having severe storms this morning, so a lot of the festivities, I guess, as you might say, for Memorial Day were canceled because we were having severe storms. And it is actually getting dark again. But some people lost power. We had some super high winds here at our house at like 2 in the morning. That was super fun. Hi, Vicki. How are you? We're just deconstructing this Dollar Tree sign. My idea has evolved from the minute I thought of doing this till now. So I'm completely doing something different than I originally planned. But that's nothing new here, is it? Barbara Elliott, hope you're doing well. Yes, it was super hot here yesterday. I don't know about today. I really haven't been outside very much. I've been crafting all day. Did you make your shirt? I did make this shirt. Yes, I did. Like 3 years ago when this sunflower was available. You guys, this probably was a transfer that I have used the most in all of my transfers. I think this sunflower I used so often. There is some glitter on here that we're going to get off. I could have just flipped this over, I suppose, but we're knee deep in it now. Went to put flowers, a flag. Oh, that's nice. How are you feeling? Did you have an okay time to do that with your, with your surgery and all that? All right, so I just put some little water on here and I'm just going to scrape to get the glitter off. I just recently got it from someone. Oh, you did, huh? It is my absolute favorite. I use the head of the sunflower on so many things. I really wish they would come out with some more. The sunflower is one of my favorite things to craft with, honestly. Honestly, but they haven't got one out in a while. Did you redo your toolbox? It wasn't yellow before. Jan, you are so observant, Jan. No, I did not, but I made one today that I'm going to post this week. You are an observant lady. My detail person, as they say. Hi, Maud. Have you? Good for you. Proud of you. Proud of you. All right, this glitter is just nonsense, honestly. It is nonsense. Okay, so I've got that, and then I'm going to try a little sandpaper, and then we're just going to paint over the rest. Actually, this is getting up the rest of it. So a little water goes a long way. And then I'm just using a 80 grit. We're going to call it 80 grit sandpaper. Yes, how did you notice that? You are very observant. What I learned is those boxes fit perfectly in my drawer, so I am trying to use it to organize my life. Okay, here we go. We've got this ready. Me too. Me too, Charlene. All right. The problem is I need to put labels on all these boxes because now I don't know what's in what. All right, I'm cutting this off just so I don't ruin the jute. All right, and we're gonna paint this. Hi there, is that Sheila, right? Hi, how are you? Yeah, now you're not supposed to go on that. You can go to, that's against compliance. So don't go on that one. But Jan, if you guys are looking for one, I can give you the ones that are appropriate, okay? Okay, here we go. We're gonna take this off. So I'm thinking we're gonna do, that part doesn't really matter. Okay, we're gonna just follow these lines that are on this paper, honestly, with our tape. You know what, maybe I'll just, you know what, I think I'm just gonna hand do it. I'm just gonna do this by hand. This whole look is just gonna be kind of a whimsical, just a whimsical look, okay? Yeah, Charlene, that's not an appropriate one for a designer to go on, so. But there is one that I can get for you, Jan. Hi, Sheila. Okay, and because I'm going to do that, I'm going to use a regular paintbrush. Okay, we're going to use the color plaster, and I'm going to do that right in the center. And I'm just going to hand paint. If you want your lines to be perfect, then tape it off. But I'm thinking this is going to be cute just like this. So I'm just going to hand paint my stripes. All the way down. And we're going to have one fat white one in the center. And then two thinner red ones on the sides is how we're going to do this. All right, I'm looking. Yeah, I did some cleaning today. I've got to get caught up from the school year, you guys. I get kind of overwhelmed during the school year. I just overlook a lot of things in my house because I just can't do it all. I can't do all the things. So I scrubbed the bathroom this morning. That's what I did. I did that. I did some other organizational things. My niece is graduating on Sunday, so I got packed and ready to go for that. Let's try this. We're going to get this dry. This is going to need at least 2 coats, probably in the center. All right. Maybe I'll just do the stripes with red. I'll take it off. We'll see. We'll see. I may still tape it off when I do the red. I don't want you to see what's under here, so I'm probably going to do another coat. Then we'll worry about the red. My stepson came over and helped with a few things. Oh, that's so nice. I'm glad that he was able to help. That's, you know what, that's going to be for us, not the only reason, because we want to spend time with our kids, but I don't want to live this far away from my kids forever. Definitely don't. You know, we're going to need help when we get older. That's what's going to happen. Or like you said, if you have a surgery or you have something to do and you need help, it's nice to have your kids close by when they're young to be able to help. So we went to go see Mission Impossible last night. So if you like, here's my take on it. If you like action movies, then you will like Mission Impossible. It is really good. There's a lot of, I don't know, action. Tom Cruise does lots of amazing things in it. It was fun to see. So if that's your jam, my red is pretty thick in here. This is Crimson, Waverly Crimson. Sprayed a little water in here because it is thick. Could you send the rain in? Oh, well, Charlene, I'm telling you what. Dallas it's probably coming there. I don't know for sure, but it is very, we've had so much rain. I'm surprised you haven't gotten our rain. I'm honestly surprised by it. My oldest lives 2 blocks away. My youngest lives 3. Oh my goodness, that is so nice, Lena. That is so, boy, I would love that. Absolutely love that. You know what's going to happen is we're going to end up having to move. That's what's going to happen. Because there's no way Kaylin's moving back here. And Joe bought a house in Vegas. So that's where we are with that. You know what? I think I'm going to not worry about taping it because I just came up with a different idea. So this is going to all work out in the wash, as they say. So you can just hand do your lines. No reason to worry about it being perfect because in the end, we're going to cover it up anyway. Okay. Get our other stripe on. Oh, it's in the northern. Well, that's true. I am in North Texas. And New Orleans is pretty south, huh? All right, so we're going to get these painted. There's going to be a lot of painting going on today. All right. So anyway, we did enjoy the movie yesterday. That was our big thing. I feel like we had a bunch of other things we were doing all day yesterday, but that was our main goal yesterday, was going to the movies. So we did do that. Okay, and we're definitely going to need to do another coat. I just got paint on my thing. We thought we would move, but nuts, when the time came, it was hard to leave friends and home. Huh. Well, have you lived in that area your whole life? Because, you know, we're originally from Michigan. And our family is all in Michigan. You know what? I'm going to set this aside while we're chatting because I want to paint this. I think I only need... We really only need part of it. I'm going to paint a little extra just in case. But I don't need to paint the whole kit and caboodle. So hang on, let me get my scissors out. I'm going to paint this, cut this a little wide. I don't think we need this much. But this is a Dollar Tree piece from a Dollar Tree tile. Hang on, I think I'm just going to get this because it's going to bug me that it's getting on my thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with painting this white. This is really just going to give it a base coat because these, I feel like they take a lot of paint. So I like to put chalk paint down and then we're going to go over it with a different color, okay? Yeah, see, that's, if this was the case and we were in Michigan, we probably wouldn't move. I would be in your boat most likely, but Jason and I are the only ones down here. I mean, it does, I told him, I mean, he agrees. It's not like I told him, he understood. We have friends here and that's awesome, but like when their family comes, then we're just kind of by ourselves. So we're either, I mean, I don't see us staying here. I see us either moving by where one of our kids are or moving back to Michigan at some point. Just not right this minute. It's going to be a little bit. All right, so we got this mostly covered. This will be, basically act as like a primer. So yeah, if we were in our lifelong home, but we've moved a few times, so. Okay, we're going to still need that brush. What part of Michigan? Brenda, I am from... so I grew up in the Hazel Park, Ferndale area, which is just a suburb just north of Detroit. That's where I went to school. When I got married to my husband, we lived in Commerce, and my kids went to Walled Lake schools till they were 9 and 11, and then we moved to Texas. We lived in Ohio all my life, was born and raised here, except 2 years we lived in Erie, Pennsylvania. Yes, so that's kind of where I am too, Lena. But my kids left, so we leave. Sister lives around the corner. That's so nice. Oh, from your mom? Who said that? Oh, more than she likes, yeah. I'm from Eau Claire, Michigan. I don't know where that is, Brenda. Brenda, where is that? What part of the mitten is that? That's not a city I'm familiar with. Hi, Kathy Lang. How are you? You guys, I am low on red. Okay, we're going to do a second coat of red. My crimson color. Because it did not cover what was underneath. Partly because I am low on it. Hang on, do I have a... No, I don't. That's fine. Oh, near Benton Harbor. Oh, on the west side. Okay, well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. That is awesome. I'm going to be actually driving up to Michigan this week for my niece's graduation. I don't go through Benton Harbor, but I do come up near Chicago and all of that. So I am familiar with that. My dad used to, he worked for GM for years, but then when he retired from GM, then he worked for another company and he did a lot of work in St. Joe's, which I believe is near Benton Harbor. That is my, whoops, a little too close to the white. All right, we're gonna set this aside. This might even need a third coat, we'll see. We'll see. All right, we're gonna leave this alone for a little bit. I'm good with heat setting. I'm good, Donna. How are you doing? Well, the storms are supposed to come again. We had them in the middle of the night, and then they're coming again. That's what's happening to me. Okay, we're gonna dry this. Now be careful with your heat on these tiles. They're very flimsy. They will melt. That's okay, Kathy. How is that going? Are you using your white ink? I did something with white ink today and I didn't have any issues like you were explaining about. Pronounced Eau Claire. I know, I figured I was saying it wrong. Thank you for telling me that, though. Oh, thank you, Jan. You are I'm telling you, Jan, you need to come live here and just be my detail person. Can you do that? You want to move to Texas? I could use you. It would be very helpful. All right. I feel like I got this dry. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the color Home. This color, guys, was the color of the month last month, and it came back. So it is like a perfect navy blue color. And the way you can grab this, it's still considered a color of the month. So the only way you can grab this is by having a qualifying order. The way the color of the month program works is you have $75 worth of product in your cart before tax and shipping, and then you can add the color of the month to your cart, okay? So you can paint right from it. This is the perfect navy blue, in my opinion. And this is, well, it's while supplies last, but it's part of the Memorial Day sale, which was very smart of them because this is perfect for all your patriotic stuff. No, all the other colors are fine. A little wary of the white. Yeah, like I said, I did something today in white. I thought, well, let me try it and see if I can recreate what you were saying, and I just couldn't get that to happen. But, you know, you never know. So when I paint this tile, I typically do like a dabbing motion like this because there's tons of texture in this, and it just helps get in all those nooks and crannies. We're going to probably do 2 coats of the blue, I'm thinking. Well, yeah, probably. Probably so. I almost did this whole, you guys, I've almost used this entire jar of blue in just this color in just this season. I've been using a lot of the dark blue with my patriotic stuff this year instead of the light blue. I kind of go in spurts. All of it looks cute, honestly. Keyword today is perks. If you want to enroll in my perks program, you guys, that will help you save 30% on all my products all the time. If you have questions about the perks program, please drop them in the comments and I will let you know. I can answer them all for you. Now we're on the replay. Let's try this again and see if I need another. Let's see if I need another coat. Basically, you enroll for $20. That gives you 30 days to shop at 30% off. And then you get that $20 back in product credit. So It's just kind of saying I plan to spend $20, but I'm going to save 30% when I do it. It's really what you're doing. Okay, so there's some areas that are thin, so I'm going to go back over those. No, lucky me. What is lucky for you? Did I say something that was lucky? Okay. And you guys, I'm going to just hold myself accountable here. I started back. I was so good about it and I got off of it. But I'm back to no sugar, you guys. Well, no dessert sugar, really. There's sugar in things, right? So since Saturday, so all day Saturday, all day Sunday, all day today, no dessert. I am just not somebody who can eat dessert, because then before you know it, it's all I eat. It's terrible. Got on the scale. I'm about 11 pounds above what I'd like to be. So we'll see. We will see. I am back to, honestly, at school, there's so much junk at school. Just me not being at school will probably help. Because, oh my goodness gracious. Why did you paint it white? So Charlene, I was explaining, maybe you didn't hear me. I was saying I painted it white because these take a lot of paint. And it kind of acted like a primer, since this is just kind of a cheap plastic. So instead of using my chalk paste 3 times, I decided to just go over it once with white, because there's so many nooks and crannies, and then it just gave me a base color to go over it with. Basically to give me better, the short answer is to give me better coverage, I guess. Does that make sense? Okay, I just wanted to get very navy blue in most spots. And then we will set this aside to dry. It really does take multiple coats to get this to cover, even with the chalk paste or chalk paint. Hi, Sheila Miller. How is your weather up in Pennsylvania? Am I going to be cold when I go to Michigan? I'm wondering. I'm wondering if the people in the north are cold right now. That is what I am wondering. Okay, we're going to bring this back. We're going to dry it. It's mostly dry, but let's give it a good... Just make sure I don't smudge it anywhere. Okay, that is good to go. I'm going to grab some jute string and turn on my thing here. Okay. Okie doke. So, we're going to do a little measuring here. We're going to put some string on here. I'm going to make this a little longer than I need it. Pretty cool. Yeah, I basically packed all jeans except for like a nice dress for the graduation. I did message my niece and I said, well, okay, is this event indoors or outdoors? She said, New Hampshire, it's 69 and windy. Jess, welcome. 69 and windy. That is cold for me. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is this. Okay, while we are waiting for my glue gun, let's try this also. I didn't time it well enough. Sorry. I thought I could time it. 60 degrees, oh my goodness. It was 95 degrees here yesterday. Today, I don't think it's as hot as it was yesterday, but we did have tons of storms go through. Okay, see how deep of a navy blue that is? Okay. All right, well, while I'm waiting for that, let's just continue with this. All right, I need to get it a little more dry. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a foam brush and just get a little bit of paint on it. Okay, I'm kind of offloading it. And then we're just going to, that's maybe too much, grab the design that is on the tile. It's easiest for me to do this with a foam brush, but if you are, you know, handy with a regular paintbrush, you could totally do that. But basically, you just want to hit those high areas. And since this foam brush is pretty flat, it makes it easy not to get all the other areas, okay? And this brush is super, super dry. Okay, so this is what we have. Get rid of this now. And it looks like my glue gun is like basically oozing everywhere, so it must be ready. You guys, why does it do this? It's so annoying. Okay, now let's get everything assembled. Okay, so I'm going to take this glue gun. Is it ready or is it just dripping? Here we go. I'm doing my best to just stay right on this line. Okay, and then we'll take our jute string and place it right there along the red and the white. Just touch that down. And I will have extra on the end, but we'll just tuck that over. Okay, let me see. Feels like 53. Tina, how are you, Tina? That is cold for me. But then, you know, Michigan is very humid, so I think the days that I'm going to be there, it's saying that it's going to be like highs of 70s, lows of 50s. Now, if it was like that in Texas, I would definitely be wearing jeans because it's not as humid here as it is there. So I'm going to bring some shorts, but I'm saying it's not going to be warm enough probably. It's probably not. Okay, so we're going to take our tile. Well, I'm glad he's doing good. Ooh, this is the first time I've ever pulled this off. And this whole thing has been sticky. Usually, see, this, I was going to say, this is what normally happens. So we're going to peel this off. This sticky part doesn't last anyway. So then we're going to put this on here. Just like so. So I'm going to take my glue gun and do this and go around the outside edge. And maybe put a few pieces there. And then I'm going to take this right corner. Now this side's going to hang off, but we're going to take care of that in just a minute. here we are so far. Do you like this? Hi, Jen. Jen, good luck tomorrow. Definitely, definitely good luck tomorrow. Okay, and then we're going to flip this over and just tuck these in. So that they don't bother us on the front. You could just trim them if you want, but I'm just going to tuck them in the back. Okay, and then we're going to trim this, and I think I'm going to trim it like this. You. Thanks for the heart, you guys. So glad you're all here. Okay, I'm thinking we also need some jute string here. Yes. So we're going to do the same thing. And we're going to go right where it meets the red across this way. Where the blue and the red meet. And then same deal, tuck it around the back. Thanks for all the hearts. You guys are the best. That helps me so much. Gets the video out to all the people and all the things. Okay, we're going to just tuck this in the back. Now, I did have, let's see, I want to poke my hole again. Where, where this was. There were already holes there are the words I'm trying to say, and I'm going to get my hanger going. You guys like it? I'm glad you like it so far. We're almost done, but is this going to be big enough? Yes, it is. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to put a little doolally on here. Okay, well I had a different deal in mind, so now let's put away our paint and let me think about what I want to put on here. Let me think, because I keep changing my mind. I'm glad you guys like this idea. If you're not already in the perks program, take the word perks, check your messages, enroll in that before you make any purchases. You guys do not want to pay retail. Okay, now I'm thinking, I had 2 transfers out, but I think we're going to stick with this bigger one. We're going to use this one. I'm just not sure which design we're going to use. Those boxes are so nice. It is. Is that making you feel joyful, Jan? I can't believe how much you guys have noticed that. I didn't realize they would fit in my drawer when we did the first one. And so I made a second one today. And then I grabbed a couple more. to organize everything in my drawer. I don't even have them all in. Okay, so we have 4th of July, which if I'm going to do any of this, it's going to have to go sideways. So should we do freedom? Should we do 4th of July or stars and stripes? You can vote below. I know it makes you joyful. Hey, if it brings me joy, honestly, it does calm me to have a more organized life. So, which would you put? I think I might do it going, oh, definitely this going up or going down. I guess I'll do it this way, but freedom, 4th of July, or stars and stripes? I'm thinking stars and stripes. Thank you, Kathy. I think stars and stripes too, and Vicki and Lena said that, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so let me show you how I like to keep my backer sheet together. You can totally cut through your backer sheet if you like. I like to lift the transfer and then just slide on the cut line like this with my transfer trimmers, but if you want to cut yours up, you can. This is just based on how I like to store mine. I think everybody agrees with stars and stripes. Bonda says it's 4th of July, but I'm going to have to put that on something. Honestly, if you do 4th of July, then I feel like it's a little limited to be after Memorial Day. So I'm going to go with stars and stripes. And I'm actually going to do it in black. And I think if you're going to, okay, let me just see. Okay, I needed an opinion. Would you do it from bottom to top? Or top to bottom? I'm thinking top to bottom. Top to bottom? This is what I call top to bottom. Reading it top to bottom? What do you think? Because it's sideways, I'm not really sure how we should do it. Let me know your opinion. I think if everybody's against me, I'm going to go the other way. But for now, I think I'm going to keep it like this. All right, I'm going to sand this lightly because I changed my mind. I wasn't originally going to do it this way. But now that we are, top to bottom. Okay, that's what I thought. I mean, it makes sense. All right, we're going to get some wax. All right, good. We're going to get some wax, and my wax pad is seen better days, so I'm going to use this. We're going to wax. The wax is going to protect our paint from my sticky transfer. Okay. Because it's hanging from the top. Yes, like it's drooping down. Yes, that's true. Okay, and then we're just going to put this somewhat in the middle. And I am just going to do this in black. You could do it in home. You could do any color you like. But I like the black chalk paste. So this is chalk paste, not paint, okay? Anytime you're working with the transfers, you want to use the paste. Do not use chalk paint like I painted with these. That will ruin your transfer. You don't want that to happen. All right, then the easiest thing is you just press it in the silkscreen. That's it, with this little squeegee. Dip it in your jar. And press it in just like this. Then you want to go back over it and pick up any chalk paste that's just sitting on top of the transfer. Put your extra back in your jar like that. And then you're going to lift. That simple. Look how cute. Now this is distressed. This is not, I didn't miss anything. It is distressed. Hi, Amanda. How are you? I think this turned out so cute. Cute. All right, and we are at the end. What do you guys think? Hit that heart button for me, sprinkle the video, and type the word perks. Isn't that so pretty? Look at how that turned out. Stars and stripes. All right, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys so, so much. And I hope you have a good rest of your night. See you guys all very soon. I want to make sure you guys can see it. I'm saying all this and then I don't even know if you can see it. All right, guys, have a great night. See you soon.